Greetings one and all and seekers of fun. This is the Retro Bear back with you once again in the gaming pantry for a quick pre-Christmas pickups. And is it Christmas? It is Christmas. Okay, that's why I've been forced to wear this. Okay, thank you. Wardrobe department. So Christmas is here. Well, it is. I mean, we're recording this 12th today, isn't it? 12th of December, we're recording this today, so we're literally less than 2 weeks away. If you hadn't realised, wondering what it's all about, that may come as a wake-up call to you. Anyway, welcome to the Gaming Pantry. If you are here for the very first time, thank you very much indeed for tuning in. If you are a returning visitor, welcome back once again. Don't usually come here very often, do we? Not to the moment, anyway. It's very, very quiet. But as you can see, we're in the Christmas spirit. We've got the decorations up here, the interior designer's been in. We've got a Christmas tree going in the background there. It's very festive, isn't it? Very festive. Even got new lights this year. These are little reindeers with red noses. You probably can't see all that well because I can't be bothered to shut the curtains. We're using natural light today. It's quite grey and cloudy out there, but I just simply couldn't be asked to plug in the lights today. Just couldn't be bothered. Anyway, so that's where we are. But yes, you can see got the old festive Sonic jumper on. I'm just if I stand up and show you that bit better. There we go. The old festive Sonic jumper which I showed off a few weeks back, which I think Mrs. Bear got for me back in September. So there we go. And we got the matching Retro Bear. So the Retro Bear hat, you can't see that. There we go. Maybe the Retro Bear. There we go. Retro Bear. There we go. So I wore these last year, and I should be wearing them again this year. So there we go. I might even try and sell them next year. The t-shirts have done very well. T-shirts went very well, so hopefully the hats will. Maybe the mugs as well. I don't know. That was a long time. I'm trying to remember how long ago that was now. Look how black it is. And my hair used to be that colour. It's just practically all white now. There we go. So what are we doing today? Well, in the absence of actually having anything to do as such, I've just got some stuff which I've been given recently because I think my last one. Hello, focus. There we go. Wonder why that's doing that. Just push that back a little bit. Oh, there we go. All right, okay. We'll see. Okay, I'll try not to get too close anyway. It really wants to block out the image. I think that's what it is. I just damage the iris forever. So what we're doing today is just showing off a few bits and pieces that people have sent me, or given to me over the last couple of 3 weeks, probably, I think, maybe. One lot of stuff was sent to me completely out of the blue, which is wonderful. Talk about that in a second. And some stuff was given to me by a good friend as well. I've not been doing any pickups or anything because I haven't been out anywhere. Been simply too preoccupied. So this is what could become Christmas special, really. I think, yes, Christmas special-ish. Pre-Christmas special. And I'll talk to you a bit more about that in a second as to what's coming up on that one. I've still got quite a lot to do before Christmas. A lot of things I'm tied up in. I've got another week at work. Thank goodness. I've had the holiday off before Christmas, so I finish next Friday, which is the 17th, and then I'm off then until the 29th. So nice 11-day break this year because the bank holidays are staggered because Christmas is over the weekend, so that's good. And I do 3 days back at work, so it's 11 off, 3 on, and then 3 off again, and then back to work. So I'm doing 3 days in 17, which is pretty good, because the last week I had off, which was in November, we were just renovating, and we didn't really have an awful lot of time that week at all to do anything. To be honest, there's been an awful lot of stuff that's happened after that as well. So weekends really haven't been available. There's always been something going on. For example, after I finish this, I've still got things to do. I've got to go and sort some packages out for people to get them in the post before Christmas. They get them before Christmas. So if you are watching and I'm going to send you something at some point in the last couple of months, it's coming out in the post to you this week. I think there's quite about 6 or 7 parcels to go out, including my Secret Santa to come out, which I'll talk to you about again in a second. There's still some tidying up to do, although most of that's pretty much done now. So it's been a mad rush. Yes, I had a mad rush. That's something else completely different. That's the doctor about that mad rush. There's been mad rush getting Christmas presents for people. Luckily, we've done all the food shopping, which is great because, given the fact we've got this new Omicron or Omicron or whatever you call it, Omicron. That sounds like a convention, doesn't it? Come to Omicron this year. So with all that going on as well, it's obviously a good job we got everything done early. We're going to have to maybe do one run before Christmas just to get all the fresh stuff in, the food and whatever. But most of the frozen stuff and all the stuff for the cupboards and the crisps, etc. We've got all that stuff in. That's all taken care of. The drinks all taken care of, so that's fine. not a fat lot left to do, just wrap it all up now. That's all we have to do. Pop round and see my old man. And I got my booster jab next Saturday as well, which is good. So again, I've said it before when we were in the business, but you know, if you haven't had your jabs or you got your booster jab, you're over the age of 30 now, which I think I announced this morning, go and get it booked in. I could have got mine, I think, last week. Could I got mine last week? Or was it this week? I could have probably got mine as early as Wednesday next week, but because I'm still at work, I'd much rather have it when I was off. So I've got it on the 17th, which is great. I'll have it all done. But for God's sake, if you haven't had it done yet, go and get it. So many people, my good friend Sean's had it recently. There's people I've had now at work who've caught it recently. There's a lot of it about. We all know there's a lot of it about. There's still 60,000 people a day getting infected, even if you've had 2 vaccines. So this is going to be a constant progression in our lives now. So go and get your booster jabs for Christmas. Do yourself a favour, treat yourself this year. Don't go and buy yourself something nice, go and get your booster jab. That's a good line. If the government want to use that one, they can give me a call and I'll happily advertise it for them for a princely sum. Oh, you're not getting my services for free. Right, so what other stuff's going on? Well, I said this is going to be my sort of Christmas special this year. I say not my Christmas special. It's going to be my last probable sitting down talking to the camera video this year. I've got this to do. I then got my renovation videos, which I promised people about 2-3 weeks ago, and again, time. I've got those to do, which will detail the room next door in more detail, where we started from, and update videos that were taken during the time. I will then follow that up probably in January, early January. I might even film it over Christmas. I was going to do it now because I've got these things up in here. It's going to be a bit difficult to sort of walk around with my camera and show stuff. So I'm going to do like a room tour, but it's not going to be a room tour because there isn't really anything to show you. Because apart from this and what's up there, which you can't see, there ain't an awful lot you haven't seen. But hopefully by the time I film that, everything will be where I want it to be. Because although it's all been stocked and cupboarded and put away, whatever, there's still things to sort out. I've still got to set up consoles in the other room. I've still got to do a few bits and pieces in here. So that will come after Christmas. So you'll have a room tour-ish in the new year. So I've got, you know, those videos I got before Christmas. I'm also going stream crazy again. I've got, where am I? Live stream next Friday on my channel, which is part of the 12 streams of Christmas, which is talking about Christmas television, past and present. I'm desperately hoping that some people who told me they'll be coming along will be coming along, because otherwise it's going to be a bit dry. So it'll be a bit like an overdone turkey if we're not careful. It could be very, very BBC4, which will be fascinating because I know I'd want to watch that. I'm not sure many people will do. So as me and a couple of guests I've already got lined up anyway, hopefully they'll be able to make it. And that'll be me talking about Christmas television. That's next Friday, 8 o'clock, as part of the 12 streams of Christmas. Next Sunday, which is the 19th of December, is our last TNB podcast of the year. We could talk about the Master System. And got a special guest lined up for that, which we must get in touch with and make sure he's still on for it. And sandwich in between that, on the 18th of December, the last Desert Island Games of the year, and a very special guest lined up for that as well. So you won't want to miss that. And then I said that'll be the last TNB till January, and that'll be the last Desert Island Games until January at the earliest, because I'm having a bit of a break because of all the recording I've been doing on there this year. Has just absolutely taken so much time out. So if you have expressed an interest in doing Desert Island Games, don't worry, we will do some recording in January. If you want to come on Desert Island Games, don't worry, I'm bringing it back, but I won't be able to do anything until January. So email address is below, don't forget to get in contact with me about that. And we'll have season 3 starting in a month's time or so, but I just need some time to stop doing that. And that's it. And then I think we've got another stream on the 23rd of December, and then obviously Big Game Owl's great big quarantine extravaganza on Christmas Eve, which will be starting at 4 o'clock and finishing sometime around the middle on Boxing Day, with Al just shouting random words out because he's been going for 36 hours non-stop. Should be a lot of fun anyway, so I'll be doing that as well. So those are going to be my sort of Christmassy things this year, rather than just doing a video specific for Christmas. Because this is all, you'll see from here why I'm just doing now. I've already done about 10 minutes now, haven't I? Done 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes now? 10 minutes now? Yeah, I've got nothing to say so far. I've said nothing interesting so far. So I'm padding this one out. So we got the renovation videos to go up, all those streams I'm taking part of or involved in or doing myself, and then that's it. And then I'll probably do one more video maybe before the end of the year, sort of an end of year special, because I tend to do one of those anyway. So it's still be a bit quiet around here, and then we'll see what happens in 2022, shall we? Because we all thought 2021 was going to be better than 2022. It's finishing the same way 2020 did. Ah, well, anyway. Right, let's get to the games. That's why you're here, I hope, anyway. Not for my witticisms, my rapport, my intelligent conversation, my ravishing good looks. and my quality taste in Christmas attire. No, now you're here for something else. Yes, I've been, again, wonderfully donated some gifts from friends of mine, which is one I still completely unexpected I'll do secondly. But the first lot was given me my good mate Retro Kid, who appeared to take all his videos down. So John, if you are watching this, and I did message you the other day about this, I haven't heard from you. Hope everything's okay. And you know where I'm at if you want to get in contact with me, which is it's a shame. But John dropped these off to me at work. While he was out and about. So you may remember, probably it's going back to the summer sometime, maybe July, August, me and John did a big trade where we took all my retro gamer magazines, and I took a load of Amiga stuff off him, mostly backups. And he found these at his mum's house, which is another box of them. So he brought them round, and he said, these may be related to some of the stuff in here. Now, having been through all that stuff that John gave me, I mean, there's a lot of duplications in that, but so I'm hoping to see what's in here may relate to some of that stuff, but that's a task for next year, to go through all those and just see what's what, because there are so many of them. But I can give you the edited highlights. We've got Real Fishing, which anybody who knows me will know that I enjoy the old fishing games here and there. This is interesting, and being an American football fan, I should be fascinated to see how this is. Tom Landry's football. Now, Tom Landry was a very famous coach, as head coach of the Dallas Cowboys for about 25 years, or 20 odd years. He won a few Super Bowls while he was down there. So it's a big name in that. We've got Tactical Manager 94, Disc 1. I'm not sure if there is a further disc to that one. GB Route Plus, which I'm guessing is a route planner. I'd be interested to see how that'd be quite interesting. How has that changed since the last time we did it? I've got a corroded elastic band there. I say corroded. We've got Ultimate Soccer Manager. There we go. Ultimate Soccer Manager 1, 2, and 3. Well, I think there's not 3 games, there's 3 discs. Looks like there's a save disc for that as well. There we go. This is good. We've got the Tactical Manager 94. US Gold Scrabble. Surely US Gold kind of screwed up Scrabble. I hope they haven't. Premiere Disc 1. Now, that is, I don't know if it's probably Premiere Manager. It might be Premiere, which I've got on the Amiga up there. You probably can't see, it's behind a Christmas decoration. And Top of the League, which I think also was like a football management game. So I know John had loads of these football management games. So I don't know what's on these discs, or whether they're still there, or some of these are going to be fascinating to go through, providing my Amigas work, of course, which is a job for Mrs. Bear in the new year, which I think she's not looking forward to. But there we go. So, yep, so all those discs in there. And John dropped those out. Like I said, there were so many discs in there. I mean, there must have been about 5 or 6 massive disc boxes. And when I put all the Amiga stuff away, when we were renovating, I couldn't quite believe how many backups I had. I've got disc boxes, giant disc boxes. I've got that Amiga 1200 box I bought from Old School Gaming, which has just got loads of backups on it. I don't know how many are in there. No, not hundreds, loads. Plus all them along there as well, and all the stuff I've stocked away. So I've got quite a decent Amiga collection now. Let's make sure they're working. So John dropped that off. He also dropped this for me as well, which is the double he had, which he made a mistake on buying. It's not, I can't complain. I say it's not the greatest condition, but the box is fine. But it's a bit rattly. So I got this on the Mega Drive, and this is Ren and Stimpy's invention. It's a blue spine. There we go. Also used to belong to somebody who used to live in Bicester. I won't show you that. Anyway, as you can see, it's. I won't wave it around too much, because I mean, half this stuff's going to fall out. The cartridge is very, very loose in there. In fact, it practically comes out. It makes me wonder if it's the right box for it or not. And the manual is not in bad condition. A little bit of tearing up the top there, but I'm really fussed about that. There's a bottom clasp missing off the box. That doesn't really stay in position as it should do. But yeah, this came from Chill Out Games. Wherever they were. Are they still going or not? I don't know. There's the back of the box for you. So if you like a bit of the old Ren and Stimpy action, as I used to do many, many years ago. So thank you very much for that, John. And like I said, do get in contact, mate, because I'm a little bit worried about you. So I hope everything's okay. But yeah, so they're good to have those there. So that's nice. And got a decent little Mega Drive collection going now at the moment, with 50 odd games. So that's not too bad. Then I got a message from, who was it? Retro Ram? Retro Ram. Liam got in contact with me and said, Can I give your number to so-and-so? They want to get in contact with you about some games. I said, yes, by all means. So we passed his number on. I got a message saying, just let you know I've sent these games out to you already. Okay. And it was from my very good friend, Desert Island Games number 26 this year, Retro Ed UK. And Retro Ed had already sent me some stuff out earlier in the year. I think he sent me Roadrunner, which I was heart run about not having, and then kept finding lots of copies of it throughout the year. And he said, well, I've got, he basically said, I thought I couldn't find your address, and I found it on an email. He said, but I've just sent you some Spectrum stuff I found going through and doubles that I've got. And he said, I saw these and thought of you, so I've sent them to you. So, Ed, thank you very much indeed for that. I think I've already spoken to Ed about this. I think of the games he sent me, I think I've only got 2 of them. So I was actually quite chuffed to get this. And one of those I'm already going to be moving on. But I'll show you which one it was, because I've already got, I've got my copy here to show you to replace what I'm sending out. If that makes any sense whatsoever. So what have we got? Well, we'll just go through these in each one and see what they are. And you'll see just, yeah, you can make your own mind up. So we've got Spectrum Chess 2, the sequel, the Chessening. Some of these, I've heard of some of these I've got on other systems as well. This one, although it's got all the labels stuck on the front of it, this is the Incredible Shrinking Fireman, which I think I've got on the Commodore 64. I may even have it on the Spectrum, possibly. I can't remember. It's a 48k game. Anyway, there's nothing to show you on the back here. I just, why didn't you show the back? Because there's nothing to show you. There's something on the back to show you. I shall show you. I'll leave those 3 till the very end. This is the one I've got, certainly definitely got one of, which I'm sending on to Nerdy Geezer. And this is the Empire Fights Back, which is the how do they get away with that without being sued. Yeah, so that's so Ed's copy's making his way to Nerdy Geezer. That's my copy. I'm just showing you so I don't miss one out. What have we got next here? Now, this one, I don't think I've got this one. And this is the re-release, sadly. It's not the original release, but I think it's the re-release. I could be right, I could be wrong. Anyway, this is The View to a Kill, which is the Roger Moore's last James Bond outing. And that's the official video game. I can show you the back of that as well. But I think when there was a there we go, lovely focus on that one. When the Spectrum came out, there was actually a James Bond pack, and that was one of the games they gave away with it. It might have been the only game they gave away. It's not very good. But yes, there you go. Nice to see that one. This one here, I've seen this quite a lot over the past few weeks or so, looking around bundles on eBay. It's a Mastertronic game, and it is Land of the Gods. Oh, sorry, Lap of the Gods. And again, nothing to show you because the back of the box is just one of those. That's the problem with these old games. You don't see screenshots. You're just basically buying a lot of the time based on that. I think if you actually open that one up, there might be one on the inside. Yeah, there is a bit. It's very cheeky. It's what they do is they put the screenshots on the inside. It looks like a platform game of some variety. But yeah, anyway, it's broken now. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, so you have to sort of look a bit further anyway. I'm not going to open each one of these up because I'll be here all day doing that. Paul, so by Amiga, The Last Word in Software. I'm sure Zeppelin would have something to say about that. It's one of these great, fantastic covers. People who collect these old games. Yeah, I know we're a rare breed, we're a funny sort, but at the end of the day, we look at these and go, wow, these old artworks are just unbelievable. You just would not know what this is from looking at it. There you go, Urban Upstart, which is described as a adventurous escape from 20th century suburbia for the 48k Spectrum by Richard Shepherd Software. I went to school with something called Richard Shepherd, but this is definitely not him. The church bells chime 3 in the morning, the streets are deserted. Now's your chance to escape from Scarthorpe. Scarthorpe. Not Scunthorpe. Scarthorpe. Although probably that might not be too far away from the actual truth. And there are actually no screenshots in that one at all. So that's going to be one of those you're like, I wonder what that's going to be. Will it be any good? Will it be good? I don't know. This is called Spectrum Dictator, which is an interesting title for a game. Doesn't even tell you what it's about. God, look at that. Yeah, we can see the window there for that tape. You can't see it. Yeah, it doesn't actually tell you what this game's about at all. I have a feeling it might be something to do with that, running your own Banana Republic. That's what they used to call them back in the day. That's what they used to. I don't know what they refer to them now. Dictatorships, aren't they? Totalitarian states. Is it Latvia or something? There's one in Europe in the news at the moment anyway. This is Octagon Squad, also from Mastertronic. That's great cover work on that. You know, something to behold, these games. Yeah, Octagon Squad. You know, I've never heard, something I've never even heard of. This one's quite a common one. This is Quest for the Holy Grail. Again from Mastertronic. A zany tale of long ago. Guide bold Sir Tappin through the terrors of medieval England in his search for the Holy Grail. If it's anything like Monty Python's and Holy Grail, I'm in. I have a feeling it won't be. This can't get more obvious than this one, can you? World Cup Football by Arctic Software. Now, my mate Bully, years and years ago, well, I've done this for years now. I spent a lot of time around his house playing on his Commodore 64. He had this game on the Commodore 64. It's terrible. It's utterly rotten. It says a fabulous simulation of real soccer with complete multicolour graphics. Up to 9 players can try to become the holder of the coveted trophy, the World Cup. So they've got a picture of the World Cup on the front of it. They must have got some sort of licence for it. But I remember he bought it. It's just a terrible game. Absolutely terrible. I think it got re-released around the time of the '86 World Cup. It'd been out probably I think it was out 2 years before. It's a very early football game. 1985, the day after. The day after what, I hear you cry? I don't know. It's the day after, and your planet is running out of energy. The Old Republic stored nuclear plasma on 4 neighbouring planets. Your mission is to retrieve it and secure the future of the New Republic. So I'm guessing this is after a nuclear war, so that sort of dates that game, doesn't it, really? Fascinating to see how these things turn out. Interesting. Another Mastertronic. Ed must have loved his Mastertronic stuff. Right, so we've got a few more for you here, just a few more. I'll show you this one first. I think this just cropped up on... It cropped up on Swap Shop, I think, a few weeks, couple of weeks ago when I was last on. Ninja Master. Because I think, you know, along the quote Sega's on, being put words in his mouth, I'm pretty sure said this was a good game. So, I'm pretty sure it was Scott anyway, but yeah, so Ninja Master. Anything like ninjas were like all over the place in the 80s. This one's a Codemasters game. I've never heard of this one. I think I've known most of the Codemaster games, but I don't know this one at all. And this is Twin Turbo V8. And I've got quite a few Codemaster games for the Amiga and for the Commodore 64 and the Spectrum, so I'm quite happy to have this one. Incredibly fast action, drive hard and fast over 5 different stages through day and night. Scream round blind bends, fly over hills, and look out for the Porsche. He's hot. And it says the most realistic road game I've ever seen on a Spectrum. Amazingly playable, just like real performance car driving. Not my words, but the words of David Darling. Also the words of somebody who was actually one of the directors at Codemasters. So he's going to put that blur on the back of his game, isn't he? Blowing your own trumpet. Now this one, again, I don't think I've ever played this. It's a confession time, but it also looks like it's going to run on the Amstrad. Yeah, it's going to run on the Amstrad and the Spectrum, which is great. And this is Jet Set Willy, the Final Frontier. So I'm desperately convinced I've never played it. It's not the right box either, because it's got that guy's got screenshots on the back. Damn it. There we go. I'm going to stop doing that, I think. There we go. Jet Set Willy. Anyway, go and look if you've never heard of it. 4 to show you now. I'm saving sort of the best for last. This is Scooby-Doo from it's the re-release. It's not the original version. This is the Encore Elite budget label. But I've always wanted to play this. I've never actually played it. I've played there's a Scooby-Doo game on the Scooby and Scrappy-Doo on the Amiga, which I had years ago, which is quite a coveted game, to be honest. But when this came out, there was all sorts of controversy at the time because they showed some still shots in the Spectrum magazine, and they were convinced that they were like the graphics in the game, and I think it was because they were sort of artwork they'd done, as testing artwork, and they got leaked as the actual screenshots of the game. People said, it's exactly like a cartoon. And when it came out, it was a rather flickery, dodgy platforming game, which isn't very good. But I've always wanted to play it, because I'm being a big cartoon fan. I've always wanted to play that game. Never played it, never had the micros when I was younger, so that was fantastic. And then we've got 3 games to show you. This one is this was given away free with a copy of Crash, December 1989. Now, I don't think I've got this one. I've got loads of these. Knocking around cover tapes, but I've got very few in the box. But here we go. So this is 6 top-notch games from Ocean. As you can see, they are called Cosmic Wartoad, Super Stuntman, Incredible Shrinking Fireman. So if I hadn't got it already, I've got it again here. Hyperlane, Locomotion, and Deja Vu. It says from Ocean. It's also got Codemasters and Mastertronics, so actually 3 different software houses. Sorry there. Plus, you've also got a playable demo of Gaza Super Soccer. Great. And Poke Mania Tips on Tape. So that's good. So yeah, that was great to find that as well. I do like these. They're always rather interesting to come across. Hoping they're all in there. It's just one tape. I hope it's just the one tape in there, but it might be 2. So I might be missing one. I don't know. Anyway, lovely to have that one. And then 2 other big case release. I've got this on Hit Squad. I've checked. But I'm keeping this one because it's actually the dual case version, although there's a bit of damage to the case, sadly. I might swap it out with that one, actually, or one of the other ones I've got. Anyway, I've got Hard Driving, which how that is going to run on a Spectrum, I really don't want to know. It's a 3D driving game, which most of you may remember from the arcade, but obviously not Spectrum screenshots on the back. It'll actually tell you at the time, it will say, screenshots may not be on them. Warning, this is one game that parents could actually win. As a result, there might be short-term damaging effects on young egos. I think they're trying to be funny on that one. Yeah, it's one of these cases where the actual screenshot shown may not be applicable to your machine. Those are not the Spectrum screenshots there at all. Terrible game on any system. It's quite a revolutionary arcade game, because it was like 3D polygon graphics, and as soon as you went off the road, that was it. You just got no chance of controlling it. I had it on the Amiga, and it was rubbish then, compared to a stunt car racer. At the time, it was rotten. And then the final one, which I got from Retro Ed. Ed, thank you very much indeed once again for sending me all these. This one, I was delighted to get one. Sadly, it is missing the instructions, but that's not a problem, because it's Ya Kung Fu, which I always get confused with Shaolin's Road. There's taping this. Sadly, no instructions. There's a bit of a pity about that one, but it's this whole old-fashioned hard clam cases, which are fascinating. It is like a one-on-one fighting game. There we go. And again, those are not the screenshots from screenshots taken from various computer formats. I don't think the Spectrum one is on there at all, so they're probably like to be Commodore 64. But anyway, so yeah, Ya Kung Fu, an absolute classic. I've got that two or three times over. That's not really relevant. It's a nice copy of that to have in there. I think I got it at I think it was on Hit Squad. I think I got the Hit Squad certainly on the 64 anyway. But there we go, so little Spectrum games there. We got some Amiga stuff and a Mega Drive game from Retro Kit. So yeah, that's it. So that's going to be it for the year, because I'm not picking anything else up. I've got no time to go out anywhere and do any shopping. Got no money left anyway, that's the other thing. So that is going to be it for this year in terms of pickups and gifts and donations. So just like to say thank you so much to everybody, and there's been a lot of people again this year. Last year was fantastic. This year has probably gone beyond that. I've looked around and sort of things have passed up. People have passed on to me, or sold me at a good price, or it's just amazing. But once again, thank you so much to everybody who sent me stuff this year. Whether it's been stuff that you just cleared out your attic and thought, old Retro Bear, I want that. Stuff that people don't want, but stuff also people have kindly thought, do you know what? I know somebody like that, and it's going to come here. It's going to be looked after and taken care of, and probably eventually played at some point, maybe, I don't know. But thank you so much to everybody who sent me stuff this year, even if it's been stupid stuff like t-shirts or stickers or things like that. Whatever it has been, it's been wonderful. Nice to know that so many people think so highly and enough of me to send me things like that. So it's great. And like I said, I don't send enough stuff out to people, but it's because I don't have stuff to send out. But I'll get anything, anybody who's owed anything, I'll get that sent out before the end of the year, certainly. But thank you everybody so much. Without people donating stuff this year, it's probably would have been a lot less pickups, to be honest with you. Also, there's just a question. I've not won the lottery. Quick conversation today. Have you won the lottery? Because I seem to be spending an awful lot of money on games. Well, don't worry, because come next year, start again next year, we're going back to basics. I cannot sustain the level of spending that's gone on in the last 6 months or so. There's an issue with the car, which cost me 300-400 quid. So obviously the renovations next door, which that's cost me as well, plus some of the expensive stuff I did buy. I haven't won the lottery or anything like that. I've just had an opportunity to be a bit more elaborate than I've done before. But I'm going back to being tight again next year. Don't worry, I'm not, unless I come across an absolute bargain or a steal or something like that. I'm going back to being tight again. So I hope you enjoyed this. The purse strings being loosened, because next year we're bolting right back down again to what it was before. In fact, in all honesty, I don't really know what's going to happen next year. Whether I will, pick up as much stuff as I have done in recent years, mainly because I think I want to stop. I keep saying it every year in my New Year's resolution, to play more games, and I don't seem to be playing many. So for me, maybe next year I'll probably just push the pickups out of the way and play a few more games and do something like that, because there's a lot of stuff here, and I ain't getting younger. I know we keep saying it, but there's a lot of stuff in here that hasn't been in a machine for quite some time, if ever. So might be a bit of a shift in focus next year. I don't know. Anyway. Right, well, that's it. I'm going to stop waffling now and take more. It's very, very valuable time this time of year. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks very much again to the guys who sent me stuff through. Thank you to everybody who's done that this year. As is likely to be the last time I'm going to be speaking to you directly on a video like this, I will say it now, but if you catch one of my live streams on the 17th or the 19th of December, or indeed the 23rd and the 24th of December, one of the people streams, just want to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas. Hope you have a really, really good time. I won't wish you a Happy New Year just yet. Well, actually, I will wish you a Happy New Year in case I don't see you before then. A very Happy New Year to you, and God's sake, I hope 2022 is significantly more stress-free than 2021 has been, and indeed 2020 was. It's got to happen sometime, and it's got to happen sometime. So have a great Christmas, have a great New Year. Look forward to seeing you all very, very soon. Thank you very much indeed for all your support this year as well. It's been fantastic. Thanks to everybody who's taken part in TMB podcasts, to Desert Island Games, who's come and done live streams, to people who've had me on their live streams, to people who sent me stuff, to people who I've sent stuff to people who recommended things to me this year and actually have paid a bit more attention to you like I usually do, and to anybody who's been there and been a mate or a friend, or left a comment or subscribed or a thumb up or a dislike or whatever. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time just to do things like that. It's been brilliant. This is the Retro Bear. I'll see you again very, very soon. Take care. Bye for now.